But nobody cares about that. So let's get this nigga Tiki on the cracking, man. Tupac is it's easy, bro. Tupac. Tupac sucks, Tupac there, nigga. Right. Try that.
Chicago be back. This is German. Let's do all this quick shit. Get in the video. Oops, that's the hard one.
Try to work in my story really fast. Hopefully I didn't make the wrong choice. I was told that to my field that this back. I went up there to do my due diligence. So cool, I was like, hey, me just looking to get some work done too. So of course he got to speak in
I tell my people he's cool.
And let me know, yes, you are definitely working out the angle is actually still there in his possession. So we thought he was coming to pick it up in a couple hours. Man, why did you get mad? I'm telling you right now, I see everything I need to see, but really ain't nothing else to talk about. I basically took crib, dropped her keys off top on top, opened the mic crib, and switched back. After I hopped into another Uber, went back to the rap shop for a sit-down. To my surprise, my driver was Javon.
I'll figure it out.
I bet on my last she had lost, but she wanted to pick it in, but I had to get to it. I'm talking about the shop for a couple of hours, and eventually, 30 minutes of pulling up to the track hole. Now, 5 hours, just now, I into the shop. After being overused with the work, they felt the arts to the field, and I was
TikTok with the joints.
smuggled myself. Smooth on. Anti-Negro transport around the education. But in my game, you go grab some wood, snacks, blood sugar in the pot. So as he peeled down the car and went to the gas station, I popped out of that trunk so fast, rolled up in the corner. Sure.
Yeah, see, I must not tell you this with the boss.
The truck house was moving and pulled up to the back shop. He was still following. So of course, they bailed him out. Turned into a high-speed chase. I was glad they said he was hit. I was moving. I had to hold 50 seconds. A duck in the check. But especially considering that I'm somewhere around 10 Sometimes I feel like I
Maybe I had smartphones back then. This the remake though. I got the original too.
Well, the people are slow. And y'all have elected. You want me to hang up? Say no. Spending on the bankroll
Yeah, I remember this originally. Yeah, I got the same gun.
Shit, my old thing. One day at a time, they look up. Mother needs some new clothes. What you got in? She traveled every time. Working at the new life party. I got some quality. I bet shit I do the first thing in the morning. Let me know what's up. Shit, you got to
See it. What the fuck?
I bet tomorrow. Shit, I'm doing okay. I'm back. That's where morning after, I feel something looking at the bed. I was going to one of the reasons why we started the gas station in the first place. I pulled up to the nearest G station on the phone. I got out. No fun for me. All I want to do is get my hands moving with my truck and my home. After 93, we gone. While I was standing at wait, I must have picked up with my feet. Some poor bitch stopped at the gas station. She, oh, you got a line? I feel I said, I should have known. You snap. If you got on my outfit, you drunk as hell. Nah, I ain't know you asked me back. That's the difference. I put myself. You could probably start by having to play that call something. Who knows? Everybody sees it. Two dudes walk right looking at show you one of them. They don't take me so long. Who you? Got terrible. I ain't know what that was. Reaching my point. He what you want to do? Yeah, switch on it. It's not good. No. If you make a mistake, see you later. I ain't have no problem now, but you. I thought, bitch, you in good home. Bitch, you pull that boy. Look at me like, there's something to do. And I think it's like that. It's like that. Look at this boy. Look at that power. Look at
Is that
I went straight to the wall, take my flight, sit on the floor. I head over to the bed while I'm back on my shirt. I sit on the edge of the bed with my friends. A long day, not too bad. I look forward.
I heard that.
It was going to be bad. I needed it. Knocked out cold. I ain't just saying I'm looking at them home. I woke up, grabbed, it was breezy cold. Hands were not. Hello? She went hello? I had a beat on
Sounds like a child. Oh.
You got something decent left for me? I got one shirt left. Along with two. I'm trusting you. Because that I get from you.
Realize
All you do is I just hold it down. Get up. Get ready. Get myself together. I'm putting my head in like you.
I thought the original too, they're the sequel.
She said that. I'm going to tell you what first. I'm going to
I never played this one before, bro. The original one was the Nintendo 64. I got that one too.
That's a blessing.
I gotta play it like this because I can't play a full screen because it's going. Let's get this.
She got a ring in there. She got a ring in there. Okay, so that means I can for her.
Daniel Craig. That just bought from the 90s.
Something right. I'm just saying. I could do the missing stuff on my hand. And what shit. You don't got to change your completely side. She, I'm running on my backside. I'm going to do it like this. So I'm she, that's crazy. But you clearly still want to go. What she thinks. Never do it opportunity. She, you could go back to the other. That's unfortunate. But we just got that for a while. So we can get into what we need.
She said, I don't know, I hope Sebastian the hairdresser. I should go get you free from your hair.
This is your woman. So you don't tell me how much good on she you do it. So I take it out. That's all. Shut your mouth. On the next
Damn it.
how much? Shit. 200. Let me figure out how to change. That was my opportunity.
That's my hope for it.
Shit, you sound like shit, move my shop and you should have moved. I can't believe that I have time walking up.
Shit.
Shit, that's not like that. I got you right there. I don't know.
Pick out your list of steps. These are same patrols as GTA. Call of Duty, not River that. I play Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard anyways. I Call of Duty, all this shit I'm missing. That's why I play mouse and keyboard. When I play Call of Duty.
Let me know you listen to this and stuff. Shit, I thought you always gonna do it. Saying that how I'm talking. I'm a big recruit for the room. So,
This new box.
when I get downtown, do my church, and start off the day. Me, usually sounds pretty money when you say that you got
That ain't future.
Right there. Now, like, it's home. The first thing you smoking. You want that money and the doors loud and the way they hopped out of that, how you get it out there. You should have a good question. And expedition. I know you got the check out there. So you not question how you hold it. You
These are get dry.
Next up, extreme plastic. Usually,
These shoot rocket science.
killing my contact like in the future. And I appreciate you. Smart. And pimp like oh shame. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to figure out the camera, the text notification, this is working and shit. You already should see a good you think it's all something to do? Saying you want back. Whole time.
It's bad. I don't know that. I haven't played the other one in a while, but I like this.
I was flying in notification come on 45 minutes, I'm sending my message. Sending one right
How am I supposed to get over there?
Walk the toilet, she chip over. Then her family, she, oh my God, I'm sorry because I'm learning these things. Whatever it takes for you to be real in this way. I open it up.
Sickness.
And that's my mom. She said, I called the dog. Yeah, you check out.
What is that sickness?
So much.
This is a fucking empty song. I'm looking for the back time. Get going.
So what you gotta taste for it? Shit, I actually like Japanese I'm on the same type of time.
Nah, every time I went to a restaurant, I always got to pay. That's one thing I like about honestly. They never know what they want to eat. So therefore, you can always go where you want to go.
He took a seat. He saw
If she want me, she want me. I'm not trust her. She got ulterior motives. Oh shit. That's what I'm doing. What is he running for? I ain't gonna eat your chicken. I ain't been up there in a minute. Hush your face.
She opened. That's the real shit. Said, I got open. Yeah, on my soul, I'm a long way. I'm your girl. She's not shit. I'm your teeth.
Where's down camera?
Thank you. She know the one. A lady walked up to the table. She, how y'all doing? Can I take y'all photo?
I'm just gonna down camera.
Short. Y'all got any meetings?
So can you hear me?
You know who was just cheating about 2 weeks ago? The lady. Yeah.
Getting caught walking out there, man. I really cheat a piece. Damn. This nigga, no accuracy. Shit. Thought you were safe.
Then they proceeded to place my jerk catfish guys in front of me. Made sure Javon
Jerk catfish.
everything looking good to see. The waitress came and brought me the Javon Javon, you have some sauce for me? The waitress came and brought
This nigga act like he got everything good.
I'm taking in my hot portion. And then we take this jerk catfish. Chef's kiss, then after you everyone for a strong hard down. Month needed this one. Full smoke. Shit. Now just need to act like they know this type of shit is Chuck me out. Sweet sass.
Oh god.
Shit. Thank you. Anyways, if I wasn't so good and chicken, my first song
This nigga got 2 babies on the way at the same time, like 2 different women, and I ain't trying to have it there. This nigga corporate, man.
Shit, you do what's happening all the time. And at least the things in my up and up down finding out that my girlfriend was cheating on me with a whole and finding out I had a second baby. Out loud, man, everything else was fun. I know you just happy to be a father, even though it was only 24 hours. I'm really used to the type of shit that feel like breathing. She actually, it wouldn't be so hard to say, man, not you definitely ain't the type of accommodations to want to overstay. She definitely wasn't. But when I was young, I did have to feel reality so much. Now I felt everything that with the deep side shit outside of trying to keep the whole addiction. Everything is like, oh man. I'm sorry.
She was screaming kind. So mad, bro. How close we going?
She, I like my phone. I don't know how to up to go get my kids. So we come back to that's cool. Oh, Tim, I need y'all first, but in a special way. First, I need y'all to count on this sad on Twitch, June 1st. During my 24-hour downtime, that starts at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on June 1st, that's when we're going to decide if I'm going to take some of the money I just came up with and bless it. We'll go ahead and lay that along. I do with that. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch at the actual portrait and tune in to my 24-hour June 1st, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then we're going to find out what I do next. Bless. Oh, God.
I don't know what that fool said. I said the grenade at that nigga.
Promise to see just how badly Jesse Jr. flashed it. Welcome to Sopranos Breaks. I'm Matt, and joining me today is Matt. Together, we'll break down the
That fool said I'm Matthew. Join me today with Matthew.
uncovering hidden details and diving into the deeper meanings of every episode. Let's get started. The strip club confrontation between Tony and Jackie.
There is not that many people on the road for that sound of these eyes.
Tony grabbing the son of his deceased best friend, dragging him into a grimy restroom and beating him within inches of his life was more than a simple outburst. It was a message. Tony could have ended it right there, drowning the kid in 3 inches of pouring water. But he didn't. That restraint, temper, Jackie Jr. had reached rock bottom. He was spiraling to everything Tony didn't want for danger.
That fool got the sniper.
He wasn't just screwing up. He was flaunting it in Tony's face. But Jackie Jr.'s mistake wasn't just bad judgment. It was walking blindly into a world he didn't understand. It features a battle, a strict run by Sylvia, very much under Tony's control. Acting like it's his personal playground. It wasn't just control. It was stupidity.
Tony should have let Jackie Jr. join.
Had withheld sex from Jackie Jr. out of respect for her father's expectations. She had already been involved with Jamal, a smart, confident student who didn't carry Jackie's insecurities.
Because he was going to do it regardless.
Jackie was left with
Clearly he was.
Jamal, unlike Jackie, knew exactly how to play with social. He was shy, maybe too shy. He smiled at Jamal, he dated his daughter, and then he vanished, quietly moving on to Peter, who went from unstable to serene overnight. The implication is obvious, if unspoken. Caitlin showed up at Jamal's dorm looking for help. She was invited. The next time she's seen, she's cheerful and composed, announcing a trip to the night and a newfound sense of peace. Meanwhile, Mary's left alone, quietly stunned by the shift. Later, Jamal complains about Caitlin as a distraction, blaming her for a poor effort. Whether that's true or a calculated misdirect, it provides the perfect excuse to cover what happened in Mary's absence. Jackie Jr., by contrast, was a mess, while Jamal maneuvered through complex dynamics.
I might pick up the other one coming.
Tony was dragged there for yet another bachelor party, an excuse born free. Tony, raised in the old world, expect respect and discretion. Jackie delivered none. When Tony confronted her, the violence wasn't just verbal, it was surgical. A strike meant to humiliate and neutralize. Knee to the ground, no chance of retaliation, no risk of recollection. It wasn't just a problem of avenging his death, it was a mob boss enforcing the boundaries of his empire. Jackie wasn't just a dumb hero, he was a liability. And in Tony's world, liabilities get dealt with. Even worse, Jackie lacked awareness. He wasn't just disrespecting them, he was disrespecting Tony. Showing up to a place was beyond belief, and that ignorance was ultimately his undoing. Tony's hypocrisy is clear. He affects fidelity from the Tony operates by an old school code. Jackie wanted to act like a man without carrying any of the responsibility. In Tony's eyes, if Jackie truly wanted to be with Mary, he should have made her his wife. Then, and only then, would it have been any of Tony's business. Until then, Jackie was just another punk trying to climb without her foot. And when he got him out of my world, There are no second chances.
I feel like that's a good one.
Ever wonder why Richie from The Sopranos never touched the strippers that have no problem pistol whipping someone over a jacket? You want to find out what really turned on, and it's not what you think. Richie didn't turn down game strippers out of politeness. The scene wasn't about respect, it was about disinterest. He shows no appetite for casual female companionship, has no
Richie
and prefers
was a low-key man, respectable guy, low-key. The I got a blonde guy, but
and a lot trained for it. Not exactly standard love talk. His sexuality isn't straightforward, but his psychology might be. Richie's behavior suggests someone whose arousal is tightly bound to dominance. The term anger excitation released fits. A person who gets off on exerting control, not experiencing connection. This would explain why he held a gun to Jazz's head during sex. Not as foreplay, but as a condition for itself. The contrast between his demeanor with the strippers and his thrill during violence is striking.
where you going?
Almost apologetic, when approached,
I said I'm damn afraid.
his face lights up. It's not sexual in the traditional sense.
They caught me.
Violence is his release. He's an elected color in his pathology. Whether Richie was raped or forced himself on others, it's clear that his sense of intimacy was shaped by force,
You should have jumped.
and the need to assert dominance. When he returns from prison, he's hyper-aggressive, posturing constantly, trying to re-establish himself through intimidation. He doesn't just want to control you, he needs to. Even his relationship with Jazz feels less like affection and more like a battlefield. He's not tender or vulnerable with her. He's combative, violent, raw. His need to dominate doesn't stop at his enemies. It extends to his neighbors. That's why traditional labels like gay don't quite apply. Richie's interest in every man is likely tied to reenacting prison trauma. He may relive in moments where he was helpless or flipping the script to be a power. His insistence on dominance during sex may be about breaking narrative at home, using fantasy to simulate control. The idea that he might have participated in same-sex encounters in prison isn't unlikely. It wouldn't have been about orientation. It would have been about control.
What is this?
Richie saw sex as a weapon, not a bond. All this feeds into the larger irony of his character. A man obsessed with masculinity, power, and respect, who remains haunted by experiences that emasculate him. His posture, his violence, even his choice in partner. Everything he does is in response to a threatened partner. Richie clearly wasn't a repressed gay man. He was something scary, someone who mistook dominance for desire, violence for intimacy, and power for love. To each his own. People know who killed Tony Soprano, or was it not have been sitting in plain sight the whole time, right under your nose and surveillance of Patsy Parisi? If Tony Soprano was killed in the final scene of his film, the most likely person behind it is Patsy Parisi, and the signs have been hiding in plain sight all along. While many theories obsess over peripheral figures like period Miami associates, or even French-Canadian criminals, one character can
See a hero on vacuum. It was the CIA that killed Martin Luther King. And nowadays,
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're looking at 20 disturbing but lesser known cases of true crime. The Denver Spider-Man. Hello. None other than hiding in your attic, living out the moisture and suffer from the rapture. Don't let the name fool you. This guy is no hero. Theodore Cummings was struggling, living in poverty, and suffering from poor health. In September of 1941, he went to visit an old acquaintance, Philip Peters, hoping to ask for help. Peters wasn't home, so Cummings simply moved into his attic and lived there for about 5 weeks, always sneaking out at night to get food. On October 17th, Cummings was discovered by Peters, and Cummings bludgeoned him to death in a pen. The following morning, police were investigating the vacant house, and they found the emaciated Cummings still living in the attic. He was sentenced to life in death, the Denver Spider-Man, owing to his heart for Bruce Blair.
So that was Mississippi that film and I guess that was the
Yeah, and actually happened. Mother of three, Kelly Cross, disappeared November 19th, 1986. Her unfaithful husband Richard told me that she went to visit her mother in Denver, but this was quickly proven false. Upon trackers soon reported suspicious activity involving the wood chipper near the resort, and when police investigated, they found human remains, blue fibers matching Ellie's nightgown, and a chainsaw with traces of blood and hair. Richard received 50 years in prison, and the case became the first time in Connecticut history that a verdict was convicted without trial.
another man, Chico's.
The icebox rules are dead. To this day, the icebox murders are considered one of the weirdest unsolved cases in Texas history. On June 23, 1965, Houston police conducted a welfare check on the elderly Fred and Edwina Rogers after the couple had not been heard from in several days. Inside the house, they opened the refrigerator and found what remained of the couple. The house itself appeared clean and tidy, suggesting the killer was highly methodical. The prime suspect was and remains the couple's adult son, Charles Rogers, who lived with them at the time. Police found blood in Charles' bedroom. The man disappeared after the murders. Nevertheless, the case remains mystery to solve, and Charles Rogers was declared criminally dead in 1975. I've never known the yet an asshole and disappeared off the face of Amelia Dyer. Behold, one of the most notorious serial killers in Victorian England. Amelia Dyer initially worked as a nurse until she began living a common practice at the time. She saw women adopting babies for money. Usually they promised to raise and support them, but Dyer would, well, who knows? It's unknown exactly how many, but estimates range from 6 to possibly 400. during a 20-year period. In the end, Dyer was tried for just one. It was enough. She was found guilty in Hague at Newgate Prison on June 10, 1896. Luckily, Dyer's trial led to a happened. They spurred reporters, child protection laws, and adoption procedures. And even death. They're longer death. One of the first mass shootings in modern American history occurred on September 6, 1949. 28-year-old Howard Underwood was a World War II veteran who reportedly showed signs of psychological trauma after returning home. He was a recluse, and he detailed notes and received slights from people in his neighborhood while developing a growing list of enemies. On that fateful September morning, Unruh unleashed his pent-up fury in a span of just 12 minutes. Unruh embarked on a massacre throughout his Camden neighborhood, injuring 3 and killing 13. After his arrest, Unruh was declared criminally insane and committed to a mental institution where he remained for the rest of his life. This attack later
I gotta be
led
mental
to death
in jail.
and Italian hospital. Russian linguist and historian Italian had a lifelong interest in death and burial rituals. She was given 35 hours a day to visit various cemeteries around the Sioux City and Disney backgrounds. In 2011, police came to the realization that someone had been exhumed bodies from these cemeteries, and their search took them to Moscow's apartment. There, they found the mummified remains of 29 people. Moscow had exhumed the bodies, turned them into mummies, and dressed them as dolls. His parents, who must have been extremely traumatized, simply believed they only saw homemade dolls, not mummified corpses. He was found to suffer
How did that
very
real
and has been institutionalized ever since. Britain's youngest female killer is Mary Beth, who committed crimes in 1968.
He's still not feeling Mary Bell.
Mary had a deeply troubled childhood, growing up in an abusive and chaotic environment, with her mother allegedly trying to kill her on more than one occasion. So, in 1968, Bell killed certain victims in what psychologists believe was a misaimed and exerted power and control of her life. Others believe that she was merely psychotic. Bell was eventually given a maximum contract, British responsibility, and sentenced to death detention. However, she was released in 1988. She currently lives under steward in an unknown location. She After the American Revolution, the cousins became drifters and criminals, participating in banditry and possibly joining Native American raids. They eventually settled in the area of the Appalachian Mountains, killing innkeepers and settlers who were heading south. The Harps crimes were exceptionally brutal, even by frontier standards. And while they did rob their victims, they often killed without a motive. Though exact numbers are uncertain, depending on the American frontier, they don't seem to be between 40 and 50 people. Why they was eventually caught and tried in Mexico.
This single is nice to me than anything more.
Well, what did he want?
He says to God,
I don't want to kill I cannot find any way to
My house was so
How would you feel knowing that a cannibal was freely walking the streets? On June 11, 1981, Japanese man Issei Sagawa murdered and cannibalized Dutch student William Hartwell. His kids walking. He was then caught trying to dispose of the remains in various suitcases. Declared insane by French authorities, Sagawa was institutionalized but later extradited to Japan, where doctors found him sane thanks to a number of legal loopholes. Sagawa was never formally charged in Japan and was released in 1986. Sagawa lived freely until his death in 2022. Property was nonetheless
Over here.
and performing public speaking engagements. He even briefly worked as a blueprint, which is grotesquely ironic given the nature of his crime.
It's not a surprise. Today, he walks the Tokyo streets at 39. At 39, when homage appetite
The soap maker of Koreshi.
What is that?
It's
That's a damn means.
but it's so cold. Like,
Leonardo Vinci watches hers, achieving treble triumph, and on 4 or 17 pregnancies, resulted
He's upgraded 17 times.
and resorted to crime, driven by a distorted belief that human sacrifices would protect her eldest son, Giuseppe, who was waiting to join the Italian army. She truly proceeded to murder 3 women in her small town. And drink their blood in teacups, both the soap and the cakes. They were friends and acquaintances out of town. She openly confessed the crimes and was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and she ultimately died in a psychiatric institution in 1970. The death of Sylvia Likens.
All the colonists is the single most controversial history.
Sylvia and Jenny Likens were born to 2 farm workers who regularly traveled around the country. During one of their parents' trips in 1965, the girls were left in the care of Gertrude Manischewski, who agreed to house them for a weekly $20 payment. When this money began coming in late, Manischewski took out her anger on the Likens girls. Eventually, she directed the extreme abuse almost entirely at Sylvia, sometimes to the point of starvation.
Was the dating or was encouraged others to physically abuse her, emotionally abuse her, and cheat as
Sylvia's maltreatment came not only from Manischewski, but also from her children and other neighborhood kids, culminating in Sylvia's tragic death on October 26, 1965. Manischewski served less than 20 years in prison, while the others arrested for
Spaces.
much shorter sentences. Crimes of Jerry Bruce. Born in Webster, South Dakota in 1939, Jerry Bruce developed a fetish for women's shoes at a very young age. As he grew older, this obsession manifested in the form of attacking women, only to steal their shoes and keep them for himself.
But he was married. There was nothing new. He was all He didn't come to his feelings. He was into a variety of pleasures. Nobody would know because he didn't practice self-punch.
The bodies of Linda Salem and Karen Stringer, 2 young Oregon women, were discovered in the Longtime River in 1969. Police were quick to identify similarities in their deaths. They questioned students at the nearby Georgia State University or let Bruce, who later confessed to murders in gory detail.
There's a picture of this difference.
Bruce opted for a guilty plea and was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms. He died of liver cancer in 2006 while incarcerated. Dennis Rader, the BTK killer. In February 2005, Dennis Rader, a family man and local church leader in Wichita, Kansas, was
What this
arrested
shit say?
and charged with the murders of 10 people. Between 1974 and 1991, Rader had stalked most of his victims to their homes, where they were bound, tortured, and killed. He derived his own nickname, the BTK Killer, from this method. Greater science throughout 1991. Bullets began sending his victim others to police and media houses a little over a decade later.
They sent a letter explaining responsibility to a former
He may have gotten away with the crimes, if not for a floppy disk he sent to police, which was traced back to him.
that contained the name of his church. Of course,
Later pleaded guilty to killings and was sentenced to 10 consecutive life terms. John Harris. Dubbed the Acid Battle, John George Hang was a British serial killer who was active between 1944 and 1949. Hang began his life of crime selling fraudulent stocks through a false identity.
Only to see him and did not know
He was eventually caught and served multiple prison terms for his scams. After leaving prison in 1943, Hang started targeting wealthy individuals and killing them for money. He would then dissolve the bodies in sulfuric acid, believing it would leave no trace of the crime. Hang claimed 5 lives in this manner without getting caught, but his 6th victim would prove to be his downfall. At his trial, Hang pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but regardless, he was convicted and executed by hanging.
Other school friends drinking blinding policy decisions
The disappearance of the Slaughter children. George and Jenny Slaughter, alongside 9 of their 10 children, were asleep on Christmas Eve 1945 when their Fayetteville, West Virginia house caught fire. The couple managed to escape with 4 of the children, but all attempts to rescue the other 5 trapped upstairs proved futile. The family initially believed that all 5 children died in the fire, only to find no remains of them in the rubble.
His comments were actually fire.
Despite multiple various investigations, the decades, the Slaughter family kept up a billboard at the site offering a $5,000 reward for information about the disappearance. It was, however, taken down after Jenny's death in 1989. The Cleveland Torso Reviews.
one of the darkest chapters in Cleveland history. On during that time, a serial killer stalked the city.
In the 1930s, a serial killer reigned terror in Cleveland, Ohio, murdering and dismembering at least 12 people in the span of 4 years. The remains of these individuals were found scattered around the city, with most of them having died from decapitation. Of the 12 known victims, only 2 are positively identified as Edward and Tracy and Florence and Lilla.
All of the victims are wrongfully betrayed.
All victim was thought to be a woman named Rose Wallace. Her identity was never confirmed. The investigation into the murders, which was the largest in Cleveland history, turned up 2 suspects, but no charges stuck.
And the belief that this case, this man, is Cleveland's person killer.
Today, the identity of the torso remains unknown. The hunts of Robert Hansen. Growing up in Iowa, Robert Hansen was a shy loner who spent his free time hunting after serving multiple jail sentences for petty theft. He moved to Anchorage, Alaska, where he settled with his family.
It was a diagnosis. He had a wife and children, and except for his son,
While there, Hansen began abducting young women to his home at gunpoint and assaulting them. With his private plane, he flew some of these women out into the wild, where he hunted them like prey before taking their lives.
his habit was to toil his prey while moving.
In total, Hansen killed at least 17 women with the help of one of his victims who escaped. Police were able to nail Hansen in 1983 and succeeded in sending him to prison.
I'm sentenced to 461 years plus life with no chance of parole.
He died in 2014, natural causes. The murder of John Price. In 2001, Catherine Knight became the first woman in Australian history to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole.
What was most important is just how powerful she could get along.
Her crime was the gruesome murder of her romantic partner, John Price. Price had kicked Knight out of his house after years of living together, during which she was reportedly violent towards him. On the night of February 29, 2000, Knight returned to Price's house and stabbed him repeatedly for doing and planning far more heinous actions.
Just to go get the monkey and doing all the night or so, restrictions could carry out such temporary.
Police, responding to a call from Price's neighbor and co-worker, found Knight comatose in the house and placed her under arrest. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum housed. Around 1:24 a.m. on March 18, 1990, guards at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, Massachusetts, buzzed in two men who appeared to be police officers. Once inside, the men subdued the guards and set out on what would become one of the largest museum heists in history. Over the next hour, the robbers stole 13 works of art worth over $500 million, leaving empty frames hanging in their place. The FBI was checking the case immediately, but their investigation stalled due to a lack of physical evidence at the crime scene.
Those police were careful to cover their tracks.
Oh my God.
The heist remains unsolved to this day. One popular theory is that it was orchestrated by the Boston Mafia. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified by our latest videos. We have the option to get notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go in your settings and switch on notifications. The disappearance of Dorothy Jane Scott. Dorothy Jane Scott was a 32-year-old single mother who was working as a retail store secretary in California when she disappeared in 1980.
Dorothy's gonna go get the car and bring it to you.
In the months leading up to the incident, Scott had received multiple calls from an anonymous man who claimed to love her, but also
Oh, yeah, it is like in the movie.
Actually, the specifics of what the caller said.
That just almost definable.
I got two shiny stuff.
This is the end. When Scott was abducted in her own car after driving a co-worker to the hospital. Her car was later abandoned and set on fire in an alley, where it was found the next day.
The car being set on fire. It's like, wow.
Scott, however, remained missing until 4 years later, when her burnt remains were discovered
Oh,
by
three movies. Yeah.
Do you know any
She must take the shot. Oh, shit. Oh, how did that?
It's even stronger than the Sheriff in 4K since it first appeared in Asahi Kishimoto's manga. Fans have been released on it. Many have created theories and had long debates about what it really do. Do you truly understand the religion, or have you also believed in some common myths that have been around in the fan community for years? In this video, we'll break down the religion step by step from its godlike origin, how it can be awakened to the powerful abilities it gives to the user. We'll also look at some small important details that people often miss, including misunderstandings that many fans still have. This is alright. Here, you just watch the app. Every story, every movie, don't be fresh takes, you won't find it. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the most passionate and creative community out there. Thanks for the support. This journey really needs to be passion. Next, what makes the religion so special? First of all, it's really hard to get. One of the biggest misunderstandings about games is how the renegades are rated. Many people think that all humans who cheat a DNA, like someone who has a parent, and send you DNA, like a descendant of the Hashirama. But that's not true. That idea is totally wrong. To awaken the player, a person needs to check for both elsewhere. The two sons of the sage of six
Shouldn't take the shot.
DNA is essential. That means you become the people who are real versions of those two, like Madara or Sakura or Naruto and Sasuke. If it were really just about who Uchiha together and sending DNA, then the teacher's DNA inside Tsunade would get rid of anything too, right? That clearly doesn't make sense. If it were that easy, Orochimaru, Kabuto, or even Tsunade would have done it a long time ago. This is also why Ino couldn't awaken Yuri, even though he had Hashirama cells in his body for like 18 years. He didn't have Madara's childhood. He was the reincarnation of Indra. Even Madara himself made objections before he finally awakened Yuri. That's why
That's so nice.
this time was seen as something like a legend, something nobody had actually seen in Ninja. It wasn't until Madara